guys, so I just wanted to come and touch on this video by Jason Lee over on his channel. It's called Gagging. You probably can locate Gagging through putting in his name in the search engine here on YouTube, or Hollywood Unlocked. I think that's his other podcast. So he's claiming, allegedly, I don't see that he would have a reason to lie about it, but he's stating that the staff or the producers over at Wendy Williams Show reached out to him to host her show or to take over her show, the way he's wording it. I'm going to play a piece of it so you guys can hear what some of the stuff that he's saying for himself. But if you want to watch the entire video, it's about 45 minutes because this is the video where he's interviewing, we're talking with Armand Wiggins. So, yeah, so before he brings Armand on, he's just telling the audience about Wendy Williams' show not coming back because they're saying that she's not coming back. I guess other people are hosting it right now. I haven't watched at all. So he's saying that they tapped him and then they changed their mind. Here's the thing for me. I do agree with him on some of the stuff that he's saying as far as them really trying to just change the whole direction of the show. I think that's not going to help the ratings. I agree with him on that. If they're trying to have someone fill in for Wendy. And I also agree with him when he says no one can walk in Wendy's shoes, and that's true. I think that there's an emotional attachment to Wendy as far as people who grew up watching her and people who just enjoy her commentary and jokes and all of that she puts on over there on her show. And so I don't think anyone can really come in and sort of bring that. There's no one that I can think of. So I agree with him. They cannot replace her. I'm assuming they would change the name of the show if they were just going to hire someone permanently. Or maybe they can call it Wendy Williams Presents. I don't know. But let me know. Well, first of all, I'm going to play the clip and then I'm going to come back on the other side. But let me know in the comments if there's someone that you guys can think that could take over for Wendy. And I'll see you guys on the other side of this video.
Didn't want to move forward with me. They had another idea. And they wanted me to figure out how to help them produce the rest of the week. Producing the rest of the week would be contingent on me hosting the whole week. I said, no, unless I'm a producer, getting producer pay and bringing on all this talent and hosting, it needs to be the right deal. No. They said they had another A-list star. Wendy's show is not built on A-list stars. Wendy's show is built on what the fuck Wendy's going to say, if she's going to burp, if she's going to talk about her food, if she's going to gag with the... Wendy's show is built on Wendy's personality. That's what we have over here. And so I thought it was really interesting. They ended up going with Leah Remini. Now, I watched the show today. I can't wait to hear what Armand thinks about the Wendy show because he was one of the first few to be critical about the Wendy show and Nick Cannon show, which we're also going to talk about in a second because both are struggling. Now, when I looked at Leah Remini today, first of all, you're not an A-list star. No shade towards you. I mean, once you make it to Dancing with the Stars, you're pretty much B-list at that. And 20 minutes of the show today was Leah Remini talking about Leah Remini and her friend who came over that thick, I don't know, the girl who is uncomfortable taking her shirt off when she's getting fucked on by her man with the gray streak from Drag Race. Girl, I didn't even know who you were walking in there. I mean, I thought you were Cruella DeVille of a different generation. But either way, it was late. And then you said J-Lo's mother was in the audience, and the whole show was about people wondering if J-Lo was... Even Norman said, is J-Lo here? You brought somebody on that brought on J-Lo's mama, not J-Lo. I was going to give you Tiffany Haddish in studio, but you set her for Lunel over a video screen. Wendy would have never let Lunel do nail cam. She would have made her show shoot cam, but you just settled for nail cam because y'all was afraid to challenge Lunel. Lunel, if you don't bring your big ass ankles up here, let me see the motherfucking heels. That's what you would have got for me. But y'all letting people run the show who are afraid to say shit. Well, either way, the first day, the season premiere, season 13, was a complete trashy failure. And it's no shade to the producers on the show because Suzanne, Norman, all the people behind the scenes, from the cameraman to the makeup crew, the DJ, all the people. Great set, great people. But it's the people at the top that told me, why don't I ask Nicki Minaj to co-host it with me? Who? I said Nicki Minaj. She don't even like me. They said, well, aren't you friends with her? I said, I'm friends with Cardi B. They said, isn't that the same thing? If I don't ever have a nationally syndicated show, what I will have is integrity, and I will be the voice of the culture from the outside. I make enough money every month to be fine. I'm not making $4 million a year doing one show, but if I make $4 million in that 1 year, I'm happy with that. Because I did this show and every other show in Hollywood a lot because I believe in the culture. And the money is going to come once you solidify your spot and you build. What you got to do in building something like this is build the foundation. Like Armand, build your foundation. Then once you build your foundation, your pillars, your walls are your strategic partners. Fox, iHeart, MTV, VH1. Then you build your partners. Now you got your house. The roof is the ceiling that you put over yourself. I don't have a roof yet. I'm still going. My shit is open. I see the stars, baby. That's why I'm all the way up in the universe. So whether they realize it or not, when you look at Wendy's brand all the way across the table, with the exception of years in the game and television talk show on a national, international level, we're neck and neck.
Okay, so as you can hear, he's kind of going into who sat in for her, I guess, this week or starting this week. And I think Sherry Shepherd's supposed to do it as well. Like I said, I haven't tried to tune into this season at all since she's not there. But here's my thing about them tapping Jason, which I don't really have a problem with anybody hiring whoever. That it's not even my job to say, or my, I'm just saying for me, I feel like it probably should be people who have put in a little more time than a Jason Lee. Jason Lee is fairly new, even though he's definitely doing his work, and he's definitely putting his name out there and making the connections and rubbing elbows and doing whatever else he needs to do, right, to get next to whoever he needs to get next to. Got it. I just feel like there are some people that they should probably consider before they start coming to a Jason Lee, like Nina Parker. I think he said Bev Smith is on some panel on the show or whatever. She's also a good person. I think she may work with Page Six sometimes. I don't think they're going to tap Nene because of the relationship between Nene and Wendy. I also think Funky Dineva is a good selection. That's what I think. I think that, they could probably, like I said, if they choose to go with the Wendy Williams Presents, then they can kind of have a panel of people, kind of like The Real and The Talk. Most of the talk shows have a panel of people. I think that Wendy's situation is rare, and it can't be duplicated based on her history and who she is and where she came from to this show. That's what I mean when I say that. So I think that, people are not just going to tune in to see one person hosting this show. And that's just my opinion. You guys can let me know how you feel about what I'm saying in the comments. I also think Portia Williams is a good selection. I really do, because she obviously has the Dish Nation experience. I think she is also a good idea. If not Nene Leakes, I think, like I said, Funky Dineva, like you put like a panel of people who sort of come out of the same environment as Wendy, because Wendy, regardless of what people may think of her or what have you, she comes from a hip hop setting, as far as she was on hip hop, radio's programming for many years. And so I think that you want to get people who are kind of in the know in that way. So I do agree with Jason on that. You kind of move into somebody who's not really, they're just more on that pop scene or more on doing something else. And it kind of takes away from what Wendy was really bringing to that show anyway. And so they might as well just, get rid of the show and bring it and create a show for whomever else, right? That would only make sense. But if they're trying to keep her show the way it's set up, with the way she handles things as far as her different segments, acts Wendy, and, stuff like that, then I think that they need to touch people who really are still really going to be able to bring some of the things that she could bring as far as talking about certain things, talking about music. Now, he is right. Wendy, of course, she rubbed a lot of people the wrong way over the years, so you really didn't see a lot of, as they call them, A-listers. I don't necessarily call people all of this stuff. I'm just repeating A-lister celebrities or whatever on her show, because she did not have those relationships in place. So she talked about them in the Hot Topic segment, and when she would have other bloggers come on at the beginning of her show. But I don't think that, any and everybody could just hold these conversations, because they're not going to have that inside knowledge. And some people are not going to feel comfortable talking about certain things and certain people. So I do think they need to have someone like that. So I agree with him about some of the stuff he's saying. I don't necessarily know if I feel like he is that person. I think it would probably, like I said, a panel is probably better, just because they all can pull from their audience. They all can speak to certain things that Wendy could speak to as well. That's why I'm naming the people that I'm naming. So that's what I'm thinking. Let me know what you guys think about what he had to say. If you want to hear all of this stuff, because he went on for about 20 minutes about Wendy Williams' show and wanting to do her show or what have you. I think Jason needs his own situation, and at some point that will happen for him, right? He seems to be liked by certain people. I also think that Jason has certain things on him that's not going to sit well with certain people. You can get along with the people that you get along with, but you cannot say all of some of the stuff that he said that's kind of divisive in the African American community, and then think that we're supposed to tune into the show. I think that some people are not going to feel him, and I said what I said on that, because of some of the stuff and things that he has been involved in. And that's just my opinion. You guys are more than welcome to let me know, who do you think they should try to tap to come in and either fill in for her or take over permanently for her show. But I'm assuming they just want to keep the setup of her show, and either change the name or say, like I said, Wendy Williams Presents. I think there are people that they should probably look at. I'm not really sure why they're selecting some of the people that they are selecting. Maybe these people, like I said, a lot of this stuff is all about connections, who It's not necessarily about what's right and what's going to work, right? People just want to do things for the people that they want to do things for in that business. And so they're going to probably try all of that and either just get rid of the show altogether, or, Wendy will decide to come back. I don't know. But let me know what you guys think in the comments about what I'm saying, about what Jason had to say. And who would you want to see sitting on a panel, if they decide to go in a panel of people for Wendy's show? And I'll see you guys in the next video.